Hey everybody, just getting started. Really getting old. I can't figure out why it does this. So, bear with me for a second. I'm going to have to exit DayZ again. And go and restart it. Just 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm really not sure why it does that. I have not figured that out yet. When I'm in here in game capture, if I try to start the game, it freezes. Don't know why. Alright, so let's make sure this is going. Seems to be. Okay. Sorry about that. We'll get back in there in just a sec. Game is loading just fine, but getting OBS to talk to it is a whole other animal. So hopefully this will work. All right. Hopefully it's going to load in okay. Yep, there we go. Now, what I'm doing is on Saturday we're going to have a really fun event. And I have tried flying. I practiced once with Sammy's help, and I haven't practiced since. So there's one in here that's the one that you train on. There's a Robinson. R22. So I'm going to do that one again. And I'm going to try to get this, remember how to fly. I've got my flight controls written down. Okay. So on a heli, A and D, dip you left or right. Q and E, let me turn that down. Q and E, edge you left or right. You rotate the heli, but you don't actually dip either direction. W, you lean forward and start moving forward. The plus key on your numbers lock stops all movement and puts you into a hover. So that's a really good one to know. Z takes you down. And the shift button is your power. And you need power to go up. And you got to keep your eye on it because you start to go down as soon as you stop looking at your power. So I'm going to try the training helicopter. Hi, Click Geek. Yeah. The good thing is, as you can see over there from the crash and burn, you just respawn. There's no real death, so that's good. And the last time I flew, I was able to fly to a destination and land on top of some towers, and it was hairy, but I managed to do it. So I'm going to set myself a destination on the map. Something that I can go to from somewhere I haven't been before. I think I'm going to go to this airport here. Fly. Fly. Here. Don't crash. There we go. Now I've got that noted at the airport. So when I go back in, I should be able to see that. Yeah, see that note over there that says fly here, don't crash, kind of in the middle of my screen now? The other thing to remember is to take your hand off the mouse again, just like all other vehicles. Yeah, Sammy taught me. He's actually a very good teacher. You have to fill your call, the call area here. Whoops, dials. And one is your altitude, one is your speed. You get full gas. And so let's start her up. And then you have to wait for the rotors to hit like peak. And then you hit plus, and that fills your collective to middle. And you just bump it up with shift. And this one has more forgiving controls, so I can go up by hitting shift. And I want to fly toward that, toward my fly here, don't crash sign, so I'm going to tip. But you have to keep hitting shift. Whoops. We were having the same thing I had before, which is a lot of turning that I'm not controlling. So I have to figure out why it does that. I think it's because I don't have my nose pointed forward. There we go. I need to get better about watching. Now see, I'm going up now. So I want to level off and get myself on track. Just tilt a little bit. Fly forward a little bit. So that I can... yeah, it's hard. It's hard to stay on target. Now I'm going down, see? So I gotta get myself a shift again. The main thing is don't panic, and if you get into a bind, you hit, go up a little bit more. Oops, not that far up. Level off. Plus stops all forward momentum. A tilts you to the left, so you have to level off at some point and keep yourself going up a little bit, because otherwise you'll just sink right into the ground, I've discovered. And we're just going to go, you tilt yourself a little forward to move forward. The more you tilt forward, the more faster you move. And you just have to just gently goose the controls and watch your airspeed, watch your altitude. I don't want to go that far forward, so you can hit S to bring your nose back up. And this is foggy, so it's going to be interesting to land. I'm going to give a little bit more speed, a little bit more collective to get up higher, gain a little altitude. There we go. And tilt my nose forward to fly faster. I'm headed in the right direction, and it tells you how many kilometers you are away. And so I don't want to go any higher than that. So I'm going to hit Z. Z will start to bring me down, where it's supposed to. There we go, it's starting to come down a little bit. Tilt my nose forward again. Hi, Centerman. Oh, he's taught you too? Excellent. Yeah, supposedly I'm a certified pilot too, but, you know... There, now we're going back up. I want to stop my altitude. I don't want to go too high. I just want to dip forward. Now I'm making forward headway. Don't want to let myself rotate too much. But when you do the A and D, you tend to dip a bit. So you have to watch yourself from going too low. Yeah, it's tricky. It is hard to control. So I'm just trying to remember how to do it, not kill myself. There we go. Stay on even keel. Very light touch on the controls. Dip the nose down a little bit. Going too high. So I'm going to level off. There we go. As soon as you level off and start to control yourself, and then you start to sink. So it's quite the balancing act. I think what happens is when you get too high, you start to get into weather patterns up here that make it difficult. Sammy said just keep your nose pointed right at the ground, but that seems a little bit severe to me. That's too much for me. So I'm going to just play with it a bit. If I crash, no worries. I'm not going to die permanently. But I want to try to get there, and then I want to try to land successfully. which is another... See, I'm just doing too much correction, I think. But it's hard to stay on track because you're getting pushed around by the wind and the weather. You start to... Your nose starts to dive fast, and you're also... I'm up pretty high. And I think you start to have more wind when you get higher. So I'll just let it fall a little bit down to, I think I'm more comfortable about 1,500 feet. But we'll level off there. And we'll tip forward. We're only a couple of kilometers now from the zone we want to land in. So we're doing pretty well. I'd like to fly more straight, you know, and not go quite so crazy left and right all the time, because that makes me feel like I'm not in control of the vehicle, and I'm not sure why it does it, why I have so much trouble controlling it. Well, there's my airfield. That's where I wanted to land. I can see where I'm going into. Now the tricky part on landing is to see where you're going when you can't see through the floor. So I'm just going to lower it as much as I can. Oops, there we go. That's where I'm landing. Right in the middle of the runway. I want to go down though. I'm getting way too much altitude. So I'm going to stall. Not stall. Level off. I'm going to level my nose. Go back around. Spin around. When I use Q&E on this particular helicopter, I have a lot of trouble controlling it. It pulls me in a different direction than I want to go. And I'm really not sure why. So I want to go to the right, and I can't make it go to the right very quickly. I'm dipping to the right, and I'm losing a lot of altitude, which is okay because I want to come in for a landing. But I don't want to dip into the ground, you know what I mean? I've overflown my landing field. I need to get up. Uh-oh, sticky keys. You have to be careful with those sticky keys. Fly here, don't crash, okay. I'm gonna go in for a land. See, now I got caught in a big wind there or something. I don't know what it does, but it starts to fluctuate quite a lot, back and forth. And I want to go in and gently land on that runway. I don't want to crash. So I want to stall some speed. I want to hover, and I want to go down. I want to go down on the field. You can't see the field because you're moving forward. So I have to spin around again. Gosh darn, this is frustrating. I want to spin around, but you can't get yourself spun around just using Q&E. You have to use A and D. And for some reason, I have a lot of trouble controlling this. Like, I can't get it to turn beyond that. Very frustrating. So there's, I can't see below me. Okay, that's not my runway. Where the fuck is my runway? Okay. I gotta gain a little altitude. I'm gonna hit those trees. Goddamn sticky key. Okay, now I'm gonna level off. I can't find the airfield because I'm flying in circles around it. That's really frustrating too. So I've overshot the airfield. And I need to fly back. But I'm also losing altitude. But when I gain altitude, I lose control of the aircraft. So this is a tricky thing. Oh, this fucking sticky keys is gonna get me killed. Okay, so I'm going to stall forward momentum. Alright. And I'm going to think about this for a second. I'm going down, slowly, but I can't see where I'm landing. See, I'm not over the airfield anymore. I've veered away from it. Okay, so we need to go up. We need to go back up. Supposedly this has more forgiving controls, but I am seeming to go backward. This is crazy. And then the weather closed in, so I can't see where I'm going. Can I see my marker anymore? Nope. So we need to go up a little bit. And stop. And now maybe I can spin and see my marker. Okay. So, now I'm going to dip to the forward. Boy, I cannot see anything. Coming in really low. Okay, now stall my forward momentum. Start going down. This is Sammy's trick. Start going down, slow. Look where you're going, and then just keep going down slow. You can hit Z to go down a little faster, not super fast. And just keep kind of turning yourself and looking down. Yeah, okay, we're still on track. And we're going down slow. Hi, DayZ. Bonjour. Yeah, I'm using earphones too. And now I'm coming down, not very quickly, so I'm going to come down a little quicker. Maybe you have to hold it down to go down faster. Can't remember. That's really slow. We're going to take forever to get down at this rate. Oh, I know why. There we go. There we go. Maybe not quite that quick. Farther forward. We want to go forward. And clear that wall. There we go. Stall the forward momentum. And go on down. It's very tricky, guys. It's very tricky. You can't do anything when you have the plus sign push, so you have to kind of decide what's the next thing to do. But we're going to have a nice gentle landing. The other thing to remember is that you are not at sea level, right? There we go. Just going to drop down. We're not at sea level, and so you're not going to 0 feet. There we go. We're down. Stop the engine. It takes a little while to cycle down. Yeah, I flew. I flew successfully to my location, guys. I did it. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. I did it. Now let me catch up with everybody. Oh my gosh, that's just terrifying. I'll get you a shout out, DayZ, and merci bien. There we go. Click, click. Welcome in. Badger, oh, welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I have the earphones in. And there's only one setting. You can't reset it. So let me see if I can remove all the markers from the map that I've put there. I know you can. You have to click on there and then cut it and double click on it and it goes away. No, that's not how to do it. Okay. Oh, right click and delete it. Right click on the little doohickey and then delete it. Right, now I had some other markers on here. Over here, fly here. Delete that one. And then there was one I wrote that said fly here, don't crash also. That's a common theme. I flew to the castle and landed on the roof of the castle. And that was pretty terrifying. It took me quite a bit of jockeying to get up on there, but I did land on 2 separate towers. So that was pretty exciting. Let's see, where else can we fly now? Fly somewhere. I'm here at the airport. Let's see. Let's fly over here to TRMZ Industries and try landing there. And the markers are not very bright on this map, so that's a problem when you're in the air. You can't see them very well. But there we go. And we're going to go ahead and try that. So that marker should be... There's another one. Don't crash here. Okay, I'll see if I can take that one off too. That one's off to the east. Way over to the east somewhere. There's a marker that says don't crash here. I thought it was to the east, but maybe not. Well, look, there's so many places you can go on here. We were flying around just for a little while, Sammy and I, kind of getting the hang of it, and I really felt like I was getting the hang of it, but it was, you know, I only practiced the once. I can't find it. Oh well, we'll leave it on for now. The only thing is I see them in the sky and then I start flying toward them, and I don't want to do that. Alright, so now we only used about 1/4 of a tank of gas. Yeah, the altimeter you have to think about, because you're not as high up as you think you are, because the ground is high, because you're like at a mountain or something. So especially in poor visibility like this, you can fly right straight into a mountain without really realizing what's going on. So let me see if I can find the TR. There it is. That's off to the east there. So we let this thing power up. And we'll try flying over there. And again, when it's ready to take off, you can fill the collective. You give it a little bit more juice with the shift. And we're going to turn toward our marker, which is over here somewhere. There we go. And we're going to get a little bit more altitude. Maybe about 1,500 feet is where I feel comfortable. Because, like I said, that's not 1,500 feet above sea level. That's about 1,500 feet, period. Alright, so we're going to level off. We're going to tilt our nose forward to go forward. And we're heading over there. Now look, we're flying pretty blind here with the sock-in fog. So I'm just going to keep watching my altitude. Give it a little goose every time we get too low. And dip my nose down a little bit more. And if I get going too high, I'm going to hit Z to stop myself from having so much collective. And that should stop me from going quite so high. Use your Q and your E to just spin your helicopter a tiny bit toward your destination. Now we're falling out of the sky again. So this is a perpetual... I didn't know this about helicopters, but apparently this is how you have to do it. You have to goose back and forth between falling and rising. So, and we're going to tip our nose forward a little bit so we gain a little bit more momentum. Now we're going about 15 knots toward our goal. We're not too high off the ground, but we're getting there. So I'm going to drop my collective a little bit. Stop rising, start falling. You don't know what's below you. You don't know if you're flying over a radio tower or a mountain. So you just got to keep jockeying that kind of... This is flying better in terms of not spinning as much. You got to remember to take your hand off your mouse too. Just like all other vehicles, you can't drive with your hand on the mouse. You can if you want to look, but if you start to do... Shit. Sticky keys, I gotta remember to turn those off. If you start moving your mouse around too much, you start to get confused. tip our nose forward a bit. Gain some ground speed. Your nose tends to rise for whatever reason. Not really sure why. So now I've stopped my upward momentum. Coming into TRMZ. About 3 kilometers out. And gain a little altitude. I'm not sure what's on the ground. Oh, this is very nerve-wracking though. Tilt my nose forward a little bit more. I'm going about 14 knots. I want to go a little faster than that because I want to be going fast enough that you can offset. Oops, I'm going down too far. So now we're rising. Drop a little collective. We don't want to rise too high. But you saw how close those trees were at 1,200 feet. So we were getting a little too low. So we are coming in. Oops, lightning, shit. There we go. Yeah, for training. Yeah, definitely. If you just type flight test into the vanilla launcher, you should be able to find the server. And everything's free. You don't have to have any money or anything to go try the helicopter. You just go to the little, oops, I tipped my nose a little bit too far. There we go. You just go up to the vending machine and pick. I would pick this helicopter, the easier one to control. Supposedly, it's not that easy to control, but it's easier than the others apparently. So I'm not looking forward to trying that. Let's see, but I did want to try them because we're going to have this event on Saturday where some of us are going to go. Going down too far. Oh, shit, these frickin' sticky keys. I gotta learn to turn that off. I know it's in my windows somewhere. It didn't affect me that much before, but it has this time around. Okay, we're going too low. I can see treetops below me. So we want to go up a little bit. The altitude seems a little high here, so stay on target. Oops. This is where you gotta be really subtle with your controls. I'm going pretty slow. I'm going faster now. Thank you. Hi, Emery. Now, I'm not going to be able to see what's on the ground. I've never been here before. Whoops. Shit. What happened there? So if you don't panic. If you get something like this happening, like I'm getting pretty high, that's what's wrong. When you get pretty high, you start catching wind. And in my feeling, that's not a good thing. You don't want to stall out altogether, but you also don't want to go so high that you can't get down in a controlled way, shall we say. Now I'm just dipping the helicopter to the right a little bit, and I'm fighting a wind, I think. So I'm going to try to hover, straighten out, get myself pointed more at my goal, and then dip my nose forward. And that's what Sammy taught me the most was, don't panic, just adjust. Keep adjusting everything, a little at a time, a little at a time. This isn't a race. I'll get you a shout out in a minute, MRE. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm not taking my hands off the controls for a minute. Because I don't know what's below me, and I can't see very well because of the fog, we're going to just come in and hover over where we're going. I'm only about 1,300 feet up. Oh shit. Oh, what the hell? No, see, it's doing that on its own. This is what it did before. Was it started to wig out and spin me. I'm not sure why. So we're going to hover and regain control of the vehicle. Don't panic, just redo your checks and balances here. I can see stuff below me now. I don't know how far below me. So we're coming into TRMZ. A little bit of a dip here. Try to get our airspeed a little slower. And we're going gonna look below us. We're gonna tip our nose a little bit more and see if there's something we can identify. There's some trees down there. I don't want to land in trees. I can avoid it. I'm gonna go this way a little bit. Still about a kilometer and a third out. So I want to gain some altitude a little bit, maybe. Oh, there, I'm good. And I'm going to go over this way. Don't want to miss my landing zone. There, I'm going to hover. And I'm going to drop my nose so I can try and see what's on the ground below me. Boy, imagine this were real life. Wouldn't that suck coming into a landing like this where you can't see what's below you? So you dip your nose. Okay. We got an open field. Alright. We're going to level off right about here. And we're just going to drop our collective. We're going to come down slow. We're going to dip our nose so we can see where we are. Yep, I think we're doing okay. We want to go up just a little bit out this way. Land in that grassy field. We want to drop our airspeed a little bit. We want to drop some altitude. Hover, drop. Hover, drop. Hover, drop. Hover, and we're almost down. When you get the stop helicopter engine, you know you're technically landed. Let's see, can I turn myself? And there we are. Oh my god, I can't believe I made it. Woo-wee! Man, that was good. But I hope the sun comes out. Thank you. That was better. There we go. I know there's no need, Emery, but there's a want. There we have it. Now, I can try to land on top of that low building there. I don't think I'm going to be able to land on top of those little round towers. Hey, Cass! Oh, come on. Let me get you a shout out here while I'm safely on the ground. I'm practicing. I'm getting better. I don't panic as much. Hi, what a rookie. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. I'm just trying to decide where to land next. I think I'm going to try landing on top of that building because it's not too far to go, but you can kind of see how you would have to do to goose it. And we're at 707 feet, and so not at ground zero, so I think with a 40-foot building that'd be about 750 feet that we're going to aim for. I don't think you can on here. What would it be, V? Oh yeah, you can. You can when you're not flying. I'm not sure if you can when you're flying, but that's interesting. I wonder if that'd be easier or harder. I suppose it'd be easier to see what you're aiming for. I'm going to try to land on top of that building. Yeah, Numpad Plus is a godsend, I'll tell you. That's the one where, oops. Yeah, don't hit your mouse while you're flying, especially if you're close to where you're going. Alright, so we're up high, we got enough power. And lift off. Okay. And we're going to stabilize. We don't need too much altitude. I'm going to dip my nose forward and just start flying forward. Go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. We don't want to land on top of that tree. And then we want to come down in an orientation that's going to land us directly on the building. I think I'm lined up right. Oops. But I need to halt. Every time you halt, though, just keep in mind you still your momentum carries you a little bit farther forward. So you do have to adjust a little bit. So I'm going to adjust a little bit backward. There we go. Look where I am. I need to go over to a little bit more altitude. I'm almost at 750 feet. I'm going to go over to the right a little bit. Just a little bit more. Stop. And tilt down. Yep. Now I'm going to back it up a little bit. Back my tail in. There we go. And I'm going to set it down on the roof. Hopefully the whole helicopter's on the roof. There we go. Yeah, I guess I probably am. What a rookie. Flying is fun, but it's kind of stressful. So let's see how well I did. I wonder if I can rotate myself. I can. So I was pretty close to the end of the building, but I did make it all the way on. I could have nudged it this way a little bit more. Or that way. So one thing I've noticed is like when you're trying to land on like the square towers in the castle, you can do it because you've got room, but you have to do it diagonally. So you have to point your nose into one of the corners and then land diagonally across the roof of a square tower. If you have a rectangular roof, like some of the towers are more rectangular, then you can land straight on with this little helicopter. The only thing is that you have to pay attention to where the stairwell is because I opened the door and fell down the stairwell. So that was funny. Alright, let's try to make it back. I'm going to go remove my note. Delete it. Trying to get to my note. Can't because I'm on top of it. Can't get to it right now. I'm on it. Okay, let's see. Right there. Well, I'll delete it later. But the helicopter landing zone, the training field is over here. So we'll head for this. Now see, this one's nice and bright and red, so we shouldn't have any trouble finding that. Hi, Samurai Brad, and thank you for the kitty song. We are in a mission here, learning to fly. And then I think I'll go on DeerIsle after and do a couple of runs. But let's see. I didn't shut it off this time, so really all I have to do is bump up my collective to rise, and then spin toward my target. In a regular helicopter, you can do these moves too. There it is. Put my nose right on it and start flying. It's about 6 kilometers away. Tilt your nose forward to get forward momentum. I'm still going upward. I'm going to level off here at 1,500, 1,600 feet. And then I'm going to tilt my nose forward to aim toward my destination. Try to keep on track. I think this is wind. Wind and trying to lose a little altitude, so we'll go back up. Arrest the downward momentum. Correct for that. Keep our nose fairly close to on target. It's just as the same controls, rookie. Yeah, if you go in, if you're interested in learning how to fly, see, I think part of it's lag because I turned that. I think that explains a few things. I turned a bit ago, and it only reacted then. All right, so now we're going forward. We're losing distance. We're getting a little too high though. Drop some collective. It takes a little while to react, so you have to plan ahead. Try to keep my nose on there. Tilt down a bit more. Yeah, we're pretty high up. So like I said, if you get up over 2,000 feet, it seems like you start to get more wind shear. So I try not to get that much too high. Alright, now we're going to add to our collective, so we stall our fall. Should slow down our downward and start back upward. There we go. I'm kind of getting the hang of that. Tilt our nose forward a bit more. I think what it is that in helicopters they have to grab onto fresh air in order to pull the helicopter through the air. So if you have your nose tilted too far up, then you don't grab fresh air. And so you end up not being able to move forward, or at least not very quickly. But I never knew that about how they function until I started reading up on, how does the helicopter actually work. And your tail rotor counters the rotation of the front rotor. So your tail rotor is keeping you from spinning in the air. Your collective is keeping a power to the engine to keep you in the air. So you're constantly having to adjust your collective, I guess, for weather and anything. So the tilt to the right and left is not a terribly pronounced turn right away on mine. So I think what's happening is that's lag. I turned and then it caught up with me, and then I have to correct back because I've corrected in between. And the E and the Q, they just rotate the helicopter on a flat plane. Okay, so we're going to go in and land at the center. We're still going up, so I want to lose some altitude. I'm talking, guys. I'm just talking myself through the whole thing. I'm going to dip my nose so I can see what I'm doing. But maybe not that much. There we go. That's our landing zone there. So I want to try to get as close to on target as I can. Right. I think I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it. But I want to spin this way just a little bit. Tilt my nose down so I can see. Getting there. There's people below me coming in. Tilt again so I can go forward a little bit. Straighten out. Okay, I'm right over it. Relatively, by the time I stop moving forward. Alright, now let's look. I think we need to go this way a bit. And go this way. Yep, we're coming right in over it. Let's go down. So we'll lose collective. Start losing altitude. Tilt forward and see if we can hit one of the circles. Level off. I think we need to go this way just a tiny bit. And then we're going to lose our altitude. Come down gently as we can. And we're going to tilt forward. Backward, just a little bit. I can land directly over my spot. A little bit farther forward, a little tiny bit to this way. Almost there. There we go. Not too shabby there. We landed right in the circle. Now, how close to the center of the circle am I? Not too bad. I think I want to go this way just a little bit more. There we go. Shoo! Drop it. Good. Okay. Now I don't think we want to take this engine out again, this helicopter out again, because it's getting low on gas. Shoo. Yeah, I'm going to go try a different helicopter. This is the easiest one to control, supposedly. Ooh, I didn't do too shabby. Look, I landed pretty much right in the middle of that circle. Alright, so we're going to go and pick one that's a little harder to fly. I don't know, relatively speaking. This Robinson 22 is the one they said to start on. So if you want to come on the server and learn to fly, it's not that complicated. Again, the controls are A and D to dip left or right. Don't do that too close to the ground because you'll dip right into the ground. Q and E rotate the helicopter on a flat plane, or whatever plane you're flying at. But they're a little bit wonky. They don't work 100%, especially if you're caught in rain or wind. W tips you forward. Z sets you down. The plus on your numbers pad stops all forward momentum, all actions, and has you in hover mode. And shift is your power. Plus fills your collective to start with, and then you hit shift to get up off the ground. And I think that's about it. So those are the things to remember, but it's a very different animal when you're on it. Let's go over here and get a different one. So this is a lot of fun, this server. I think we'll try at least one more. I have no idea which ones are easy to fly. Let's see. I've seen this one before. There's one that has a really pronounced... Oh, that one looks hard. I've heard people say that they have trouble getting the Apache started. That there's got to be some kind of trick to it. Oh, Eurocopter. That looks interesting. That looks really luxe. Let's try that. I don't know. I don't even know if you can get them started. Oh, there's somebody came in on a big one. Ooh, look at this one. This one looks fancy-dancy. Also small, though, so that'll be a good way for me to try a different helicopter. Wow, they did a great job. Look, they parked it right on the tarmac. Let me see if I can get those markers off the map now for TRMZ. There we go. Let's see, where do we want to fly this time? Right here. Let's fly somewhere we've never been before. Oh, there's my other one. That said don't crash here. There we go. That was the castle. So that was when we landed on the top of the castle. So let's go to the Mastodon Geothermal Park and figure out where we can land there. That'd be cool. I've seen that on people's streams. So this is Banov that you're flying over if you hadn't figured that out yet. Let's see, this is going to be... Oops. How do I get in there to... Oh, there we go. I'm all new to the naming thing. There we go. I don't know if blue would be easier to see on the map. I don't know. No, I think red's going to be the easiest. Okay. It doesn't change. Oh, it's very subtle. Yeah, the colors on the markers are just not very dark. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to fly to Mastodon. I don't know what you can do from the military ones. Honestly, I haven't flown them. Don't know for sure. Ooh, look at this one. Wow. Super deluxe. Whatever you do, don't push F when you're flying because that'll throw you right out of the plane. Oh, it's quieter. Holy moly, I can barely hear it. Maybe it's because that big one came in. Oh look, you can see through the floor on this one. Oh, this is going to be more fun. And you got a big, big open sky so you can see a lot. Alright, so where's our marker? We're looking for the mastodon. Anybody see it? I don't see my marker. I don't know which direction I'm facing. Well, hopefully we can see it once we're in the air. Alright, so let's go for it. If I crash and burn, I crash and burn. I hope not. Alright, let's see if we can see it once we're in the air. There it is. Mastodon. Okay, so we're going to go up to 1500. I think I'm comfortable there, like I said. But see, this one you can see through the floor and everything. That's pretty spiffy. Okay, so now we'll start forward toward our target. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit harder to control, that's true. There's a little bit more give to the controls. Okay, so we're leveling off. Tipping forward so we can go. I think we might, there might be mountains in between because I see something that looks like higher. Kind of float my nose over that way a little bit. That's what I meant about Q and E. They don't, oops, we're losing a little bit of altitude. We're going up a little bit more. Tilt our nose forward a little bit more. I'm really not sure. Sammy was going to try and fly the Apache, but you can get in it, but you can't. It wasn't real self-evident how to start it. So I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't in general use on that day or something. I think the ground's coming up to meet us a bit, so I think we're on a mountain. Gain a little bit more altitude here. Dip a little bit that way. Get used to the dips. I think what it is I have to be less ham-handed. And the same thing is true for the cars. Is that the controls are responding with a lag to me. So I think I have to be careful not to overcorrect, just like I do with the cars. That's a problem I have with the cars as well. I get antsy and I start clicking away and that doesn't work too well. Okay, so there we go. Yep, we're starting to come down a little bit too much because this sucker is... We're going to altitude. Hey, cut that out, you. Okay, stay on target as best we can. I think I'm going to have to keep a little bit more altitude on this one because, like I said, we seem to be on some kind of mountain plateau. I don't know about that. I haven't tried that. Wow, that was a sudden directional shift. This was what was bothering me before, was that I couldn't control. I mean, when you start going forward faster, then you have to pay really close attention to your altitude. Obviously, if you're dipping faster toward the ground. You're moving farther forward faster, but you're also dropping down faster. Yeah, I think it's quite high here where we are. We're going over some kind of a mountain pit, because I can see the ground below me, and I'm up pretty high. So I think what I have to do is just be a little bit more careful with touching the controls. But I'm getting better at about moving forward more quickly, and with keeping my eye on my altitude, and with making more subtle controls. So like I can see down below my feet now, so I can see that I'm coming down a little bit too fast. So we're going to go up again. So it's very subtle though. You have to really keep your eye on it at all times. That collective, and make sure you're not bouncing around in the air too much. There, we'll stall our upward momentum. Dip our nose a bit. We have more room to play with now, so we can dip farther forward and go faster. But you see how fast we're coming down toward the ground when we do that? It's because you're diving into the ground when you tilt your nose forward. So you have to constantly be careful not to overdo on that. It's quite the balancing act. And staying on target. Probably don't have to be quite so persnickety about stuff, but trying to do precision flying here, man. Because also trying to learn how to smoothly control it instead of making it so choppy. Pretty hard. I'm going way too high now. Okay. Let's get ourselves down and forward at the same time if we can. Not quite that far forward, thank you. And here we've got another mountain in between. So I need to gain some altitude. Oh shit. And get myself going back in the right direction. We gained a little bit of altitude there, and then going up in these mountains. So we're going to go down here. Now I think this Mastodon Park is in the middle of a water park. So that might be kind of interesting. The one thing I know you don't want to do is land on water. Blub blub. Yep, there we go. It is. So we're going to land. I wonder if we can land right in the middle there. That seems kind of dicey. So I think we might land off to one side. Okay, now can we see down between my feet? I think we can. There's our Mastodon area. And I think that is... it is an island, yep, in the middle of water, so we don't want to land directly on it. Whoa. So now there. Really frustrating when it does that. I want to dip forward. Whoa, not that far forward. I want us to land over on that that greenery just to the right of those rocks. So I'm gonna go over. Dip forward a little bit so I can gain some forward momentum. Get a little bit more airspeed. Dip a little bit to the right. Control to the left. There we go. I think we're headed right in there. Oh, shit! What the hell? Oh, guys. I did not do that. It just took off on its own. So, we're gonna hover. Just don't panic. I think we're gonna adjust this way a little bit. Over this way a little bit. This way a little bit. There we go. I think we're good. I think we're right where we want to be. So now we'll just drop our collective. And see down between our feet. Do a little bit of a spin so I can see if I'm still next to the rocks or over the water. Oh, I think we're coming in pretty good. That's exactly where I wanted to be. But not quite so far into the rocks. Alright. I'm going to set her down. Not on any trees. Maybe back up a little bit. Didn't want to be on top of any trees. I think I'm good. Yep, should be good. Set her down. Slow descent. Don't hit any rocks or trees or... I think Pommy was flying once and he hit a rock and it tilted him sideways and he landed upside down and dead. Hi, Ferris. I am. Welcome in. Everyone, if you haven't followed Ferris, please do. He's doing a bang-up job on streaming. Lots of fun to watch. Always has great ideas. And there we go. We're on the ground. Phew. This one's actually not bad to control. It's also a small heli. I think it's a bit bigger than the one I was flying before. I don't think you can get chopped up by the rotors. Yep, and there's our Mastodon Park. If you haven't been here before, this is a really cool place to come. Well, I wouldn't call it professional, but I'm doing better than I was. I'm trying different sizes of helis. What's a good next size, Ferris? Have you tried anything bigger than this green one? I think this is a... I don't think I can try the great big 2-rotor one yet. Maybe I could, I don't know. If that one's a lot harder to control. But look how cool this place is. And you can walk out on there. Hopefully not get shot. But there's lots of statues and stuff here. And a pub there in the center. A neat destination for your tourism. Did you get it on the island? Well, I'm going to have to try now. I got it on the roof of a building. I got a different one on the roof of a building. Did you land right there, here by the edge of this rock? Where, between those two trees? Or is there a better spot on the other side? We'll go and take a look and see what we can see. You might want to try that. Precision landing is something I'm trying to learn. On the flat rock, okay. Let's give her a try. If I die, well, I'll just start back where I want to go anyway. It's a quick trip back to headquarters. So you can zoom in. This one, Ferris, I've noticed this green one. I forgot what it was, what brand I got. But, how do you tell what brand you're in? Does it say anywhere? Yeah, no worries about dying on here. So you can try things. Try some be more adventurous than you normally would, probably. A little bit less scared. Alright, so let's take her up. Whoops. Take her up. Hit Z instead of shift. Alright, so we don't want to go too far up. We'll just stall that forward momentum. Rotate her over. And what we want to do is land on that big rock right in between those two trees. So we're going to dip her forward. We're going to hover. I think we're going to be pretty close to just about right. I'm going to turn it so that I can have a little bit more room. I'm going to try to look down between my feet. Yeah, I think we're good. Tilt her forward, get a little bit further away from that tree. Oops. Nope, not good. Oh, I died. Yep. I think I tilted off the rock. So how do I respawn? There we go. So, oopsies. I'll do a couple more. So I did well, but I needed to go a little farther forward, and I tilted backward off the rock. So, yeah, it's the first time I've crashed. Actually, I was doing. Oh, wow, that big one. Okay, so we went over to Mastodon. Let's get rid of that marker. I've been to overgrown military, I think. Let's go to Lottie's castle. I don't think we've been there. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go for something a little bit bigger. Wow, that thing's loud. I wonder if anybody's flying that one. Or if they just let it sit there. Alright, so you can see what they're going to be. Little bird. Okay, so that's... Oh, this is interesting. Look at that one. Woodland helicopter. Soviet light utility helicopter with coaxial rotors. Yikes. I wonder what that means in terms of how to fly it. Shall we try it? It looks pretty cool. Let's try that one. I never saw that one before. So, this could be interesting. Get in the back. Cool. Let me in. Some of them have a very small sweet spot for getting in. Maybe I have to get in the other side. Oh, that says driver's door. Get at it from a certain angle. This isn't very helpful. Oh, there we go. There we go. Huh, interesting. Alright, well, we'll see. You have no view through the floor, so that's going to be a little tricky. Do you have a pretty good view up top? Hey, Natanico! Welcome in! Well, this one sounds a little bit meatier, doesn't it? Sounds like it might fall apart at any second. My kind of chopper. I'm doing pretty well. Hang on, I'm going to see. Oh, there we go. Whew. I guess you have to do that each time you crash and burn. Alright, so let's go see if everything works about the same. We seem to be listing. Okay, so that's the direction we want to go. Oh wow, this is going to be hard to control because of, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a gigantic control panel in the middle of the view. So we're going to have to aim toward where we're going. Huh. Whoa. Something's wrong. I'm only 426 meters up. Huh. Okay, there we're going a little bit. It's not the same. Alright. Alright, we're aiming for Lottie's castle. Yeah, change between feet and meters, so I'm not absolutely sure. This is about 1,800 feet, so we're going to stop our upward momentum here, stall it right out at collective. Also, this massive control thingy right in the middle of your view. How on earth do they see where they're going? Huh. Well, we'll try her. I think we're far more likely to crash and burn. Whoa, plus. Hello. Guys. And we lost altitude there. Whoa, my hand is not even on the controls, guys. It's doing that all by itself. That's a little freaky. Okay, so 800 meters, that's pretty high, so we want to stall out our upward momentum. I have to think about it now, because I have to think in times 3. Whoa. Yeah, she's a pig in the air, not easy to control. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is really hard to control. The dual rotors are making it very interesting. Okay, up we go, guys, up we go. 400 meters is too low. Well, I guess, you know, it's a different manufacturer, so it seems faster though. I think we're going like 60, 80, 70, 80 kilometers per hour, so that's pretty fast. That's faster than we were going before by about twice. So I want to stay no higher than like 800 meters because we start catching wind up there. We should start to get some distance here. See how the nose just keeps creeping up? Not sure why that is. So again, you're doing the balancing act between falling and rising. So that's pretty typical. I don't think that's too different. But it is a... Oh, I don't know. Hey, come on this server and try. Where there's no pressure and you're not feeling too... I mean, you die, you go back, you know. You go get another helicopter and try again. Or get the same helicopter and try again. Yeah, they're telling me, hey, you know, the other one has the easier controls. Okay, we want to drop our collective a little bit. So we don't keep gaining altitude. And the sound is so hard on the ears that I'm finding myself like... well, this visibility is not helping me at all. Oh, I see the trees below us, so we need to gain a little bit of altitude. I think we're headed all the way to the farthest northeast corner of the map. Hope this thing has plenty of gas. This part of it is actually this thing is controlling pretty well right now. When I keep it about 900 meters, it's flying pretty well. It's not jerking around. It's not taking off without warning. If I get a little bit too high, then it starts to do that. But actually, not too bad in terms of controllability, in terms of the quality of the field. But I hate the visibility that I can't see. Now I'm seeing trees below us again, so I need to gain a little bit more altitude. Tilt our nose forward again. It's quite the balancing act, you know, just keep, don't panic, don't panic. I got my finger right near the plus, so if I need to hover, I can. Ground below us. Still have no visual on the castle, but we're about 4 kilometers out, so not too surprising. We'll lose a little collective. There we go. Not too shabby. We're about 3 kilometers out now. 3.5. I see ground below us. Trees and stuff. Oh, I see a castle down there. I don't know if maybe I overshot my my marker. I wonder what happens if you fly into debug. Probably not a good thing. Okay, we're going to go up a little bit. We want to go up a lot. Anybody see any castle forward of us? I did see a castle back that way. Ah! There it is. Alright, so we want to stall our forward momentum. We'll start dropping out of the sky. See where we're landing. Maybe just a little bit here. And let's head on down. Slow down. Tilt forward so we can see. Yep, I'm going to land on that little path there if I can. Maybe a little bit farther forward because I think our tail's right near some rocks. There we go. Maybe this way a little tiny bit so we don't hit those trees. Down on down. Gonna hit a little shrub, but I think that's okay. Okay, let's hover here and turn. See how close we are. Not too shabby. I think we're on a rock. So we'll rise up a little bit, see if we can't. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Gonna go this way a little bit, not too much. We're gonna gain a little bit more momentum. And there we go. Tilt forward a little bit. Just a little bit. Turn this way a little bit. Tilt forward a little bit. Oop. Oops. Nope. Set her down. This one doesn't land very easily, that's for sure. Okay. There we go. Let's land her here. I think we hit that shrub. Whoa. What the hell? Maybe we're on a rock. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe it doesn't like landing on uneven ground. Because as soon as I take my hand off the hover, it starts to freak out a little bit. There we go. What the hell? Yeah, I don't think it likes landing on uneven ground. So let's get a little bit more momentum. Set her down on the path. What the? Boy, this thing is really not allowing me to put it down. Alright, I don't know what's wrong. We're going up. Up. I think because we're near that tree, it doesn't like it. Alright, so let's go a little bit more this way toward the center of that square. We'll go right in the center and see if we can't land it right here. A little farther forward. A little farther forward. A little farther forward. There we go. A little farther forward. And set it down. There we go. There we go. We made it. Oh, it has wheels. Oh, gosh. Click, you're absolutely right. That's probably what it was. Let me get out and look. I was rolling off downhill. You're right. Holy moly, I would have never thought of that. But yeah, I was trying to land it over on this steep part of the hill, and it just kept rolling off downhill. That's funny. Note to self. Oh, where's a more flat place? Oh, I wonder if I can land it right here in the middle of here. This looks pretty flat. It looks awfully tight though. I don't know if I can land there. Maybe over here I could. This looks a little bigger. Yeah, it is a cute copter. It did not like that though. Alright, so we're going to try and land it just a little bit farther up the hill. Right in that area. If we can. Let's give her a try. I think this will be maybe my... Oops, I keep doing that. This is a little harder because this sucker is not... you can't see where you're going very well because of that giant thing in the middle, so that's going to be interesting. It takes off kind of backwards. Oh. Well, that was weird. Well, I might be dead here in a second. It just took off. It took off in a weird way. Okay. Up. Stabilize. Let's get some altitude here. Can I go backward? Altitude. See if we can get out of these trees because it's flying weird. It rolled backward. Let's see if I can get out of these trees. And up, backward a little bit. Let's see. Get out of these trees. I think I'm trying to hedge trim. Forward and see if I can fly through them. No? Okay, let's turn. Okay, I'm sideways. I'm stuck in a tree. Alright, let's straighten out. Get out of this tree. There we go. A little bit more room. See, it flies backwards though. When you try to take this one off, when you're trying to take off, this sucker flies. Oh, now we're done. We're upside down. The sucker takes off sideways. Well, this is interesting. Go forward, go forward. Ah, shit. Come on. Go forward, you bastard. I don't think I can get out of these trees, guys. Nope. She's a deader. Well, let's do it right and blow up. Come on. Blow it up. There we go. Oops. That one wasn't easy to control. It took off rolling backward because of the wheels. So, let's not get one with wheels. Yeah, well, that wasn't the problem. I was leveled off, but it had rolled backwards into the trees. So that was a little bit, that was a little challenging. Okay, note to self, nothing with wheels. I didn't notice it had wheels when I got it. That one's still there. Is anybody in it? Let's go find out. Nope. That was weird. You can hold plus and then, yeah, you can use your mouse to look around anytime when you're flying. But yeah, I definitely hope you lose. Uh-oh, I may lose connectivity. I've got a red chain there. Let's see. Okay, so that one I think is. Did we fly that one already? I don't think so. I think we flew... Ooh, no, that's the one you can't fly. I think we flew the Black Hawk, maybe. No, I don't think so. We flew the Eurocopter. That's the one we flew that had the really nice interior. Oh, that's a big one. This is a big one, too. Sikorsky Super Stallion. Ooh. Black Hawk. Well, that's a cool looking one. It's got marijuana leaves on it. We have to try that one. Alright, so we're going to try that one. Ooh, hey, that is a good looking motorcycle, helicopter. UH-60 Blackhawk. This sucker's massive. Look at all that. You got 4 seats. Why did they have him facing backward? Interesting. Oh, that might have been a good idea, yeah. But, I'd have to do it while I'll hit plus because the, oh wait, let me just double check something. Oh no, wheels. Alright, no castles this time. This is Lieutenant Bedrock Mob. Okay, we'll try it. I have never done something this big, so wow. Almost zero visibility through. Where are we going to go this time, guys? So we don't want to go to a castle, something with really super uneven ground. That was pretty hard. Let's go to the Tizavik. Let's go right there. I want to land right there, and then I want to see if there's towers I can land on. Oops. How do I get that? How do I type in there? Dang it. Can't get the hang of this. Darn it, guys. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I can't get that thing to... Oh, there we go. Just one click, not double click. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and fly to Tizzy from wherever we are right now. Right here. So we're going northeast. There it is, right ahead of us. Well, that was easy peasy. I wish there were controls on here that you could see, like you could see your position through your computer. That would be cool. Let's see. We'll see if it controls just like the other ones. We'll be able to just fly it just like any of the others. I imagine it's going to be a lot faster. Okay, we're back to feet. Alright, we're heading there. Sammy said just dip it right into the ground if that's how you're going to fly the fastest, but I also think I feel a little uncomfortable doing that because I always feel like I'm going to fall right into the ground. We're going 46 knots, so we're going a little slower than that other helicopter went. See, we're going side to side. We're not actually going forward. Oh, shit. I don't know why it does that. Suddenly it just tilts. I don't know why. this one is really hard to control. Whoa. Yeah, this one is wavering all over the place again too, but I'm still going up, that's why. Okay. Yeah, like I said, if you get up over 2,000 feet, you start getting caught in the wind. This one isn't going forward very fast. We're slipping to the side, and I'm not sure why. Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh. I have no idea what happened there, guys. Don't know why we crashed. I don't know why the controls went kaflooey. But we started to drift off to one side, and I couldn't control it. No, I don't think I can. Well, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I can get us back airport. We'll see. Let's see. You know, I don't know why that happened. But it's frozen. The controls are frozen now. Got caught in a tree, I think. It just fell right out of the sky, guys. I had not touched the controls. It just I don't understand this one at all. Something happened, but now I can't control it at all. I can't make it spin and I can't make it move. Try and bounce us around a little bit, and maybe I can get out of here. Yeah, you can't park here. Really don't have any clue what happened there. The little bird is now configured for simple collective. I can cut this tree down. I could get out of here. I don't know what to do because I can't get it up, I can't move it. Maybe if I rocket up through that tree, I'll blow it up and I can get out of here. I mean, yeah. Let's see. I'm hoping I can. I was kind of hoping I could turn, but I'm stuck firmly in this tree. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to hop out and die. Yep, there you go. That worked. Oh, maybe it was that I had... I think it's that I had bad lag, because I am lagging out here. I have a broken leg. I should be able to respawn. It's not giving me that option. I'm caught now underneath the map. Well, this is fun. Okay, now let's see what's worked before. F5, somebody suggested F5. Crouching. Standing up, moving forward. Nope, nothing's go. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, I think we're gonna have to head out of here. We're stuck. Options. Well, that didn't pop me out. Somebody said that would. I can't exit. I can exit. There we go. Shoo. Whoa, it looks like he's in a neck brace. Not really sure why that happened. Let's give it one more try. And then we'll switch to the different server. It's a lot of fun. But I have no idea why that one was really hard to control. I have no idea why we lost control. Well, we're still here. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, we're fully trapped here. There we go. Respawn. There we go. Yeah. One time I was flying and I was in the terminal in Dallas, and the guy came up to park to put the meals on the flight back when they had meals on the flight, and he drove the meal truck right directly into the wing of the plane and ripped a hole in the wing of the plane, and he just got out of the truck and sort of sauntered away like, you know, and that was funny. And then they had to put us on a different plane because that one couldn't fly with a broken wing. Okay, I picked random, but it didn't. Okay, here we go. We'll try one more helicopter. And then I'll switch servers like I said. Thank gosh, that big one went away. It was so loud. They said something about, uh-oh. I don't know if I can play this server. My my ping for some reason has gone to shit. That could explain why I fell out of the sky too. Let's try something a little less complicated. This one looks good. Ooh, Zombie Slayer. Oh, that one we have to try. What's it? Uganda? Zombie Slayer. Wow, look at that one, guys. Pretty cool. You can take 4 people with you. I don't think this is going to bode well. There's like a 2-second delay on me hitting the control and that action happening. We'll give her a try. We're going to try it for Tizzy again. But if it works out that this is that I have too low a ping, we might have to call it on the heli practice for today. I hope it's not my internet going to crap again, but we'll figure it out. This one you can see through the floor, so that's cool. Got a pretty good range of view. Alright, we'll head up to Tizzy. It's not responding to controls, guys. I may be out of luck on this server. Sure is fun though. I can't. Let's see. I definitely have my numlock on. But it's not responding. I'm not getting any reaction from the helicopter. Huh. I don't know what's wrong. My collective isn't filling. I definitely should have enough momentum or engine by now to be able to go. Huh. Maybe you can't fly this one. Or maybe it said I've lost connectivity and I just don't know it yet. There we go. This is probably a really bad idea to take an airplane, a helicopter up when I can't control it, but we're going to give it a try. Yeah, my helicopter is responding about 2 seconds late to all of my actions, so this is going to be very interesting. That's definitely what happened before. It's lagging on me too. So it's either me or it's the server. So I'm moving. We're going to Tizzy. I might have to call it a day though on this server. Although I am being able to control the helicopter okay, it's just like there's about a 1-2 delay after I do an action before it actually takes into effect. So that's going to be interesting. Could be, but I think I'm having trouble too. Because my, oh, yeah, we're crashing. Because I can't control it, guys. Yeah, there's no way to control it. My signal is too bad. I got too much lag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and exit this server. I'll put us on my changing server screen. And I'm going to switch over to DeerIsle. So it'll just take me a minute. If you guys want to take a break, this would be a good time. And I'll go ahead and get going on the second server. Let me go over to OBS and switch us to our changing server screen. And thanks again. Be patient while I take care of this. Everybody take a potty break. And I'll be right back with the DeerIsle. There we go. Just be a moment longer, guys. Yeah, I think it might be my internet. I may have to call it for the night, guys, because I'm not being able to connect to another server. Let's give me a second here. I'll keep trying. Give me another 5 minutes or so. We'll see if we can get it to connect. Just a couple minutes, I think. Been having a little bit of problem lately with with my internet and getting gated at certain times of night, and I don't know why that is, but it does happen. I'm gonna have to talk to my ISP again. There we go. All right, now let's. All right, I think it's gonna let me on. Everything's taking quite a bit longer than normal, though, so I'm afraid that we may have. I hope we didn't lose our connectivity here, but I think we may have. I'm just giving it one more. Whoop, there we go. Let's see if we can connect. No, guys, I've got 844 ping. Something's up with my internet. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there for tonight. And I do apologize. I had hoped to stream longer than that, but this isn't viable. Whenever this happens, it's I have to turn the whole router and everything back off. So I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. And thank you very much for coming in. And I will get with you as quickly as possible. I have to talk to my ISP again tomorrow and find out what they're doing. But appreciate you coming in. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and raid. Let's see who else is on. We'll go ahead and raid to Green Ghost. He's on. He's a lot of fun to watch. And Little Ghost was doing some Toddler Tuesday stuff, so we'll go over there. And appreciate you coming in again. Sorry guys, I really apologize, but I can't even function back and forth in Twitch, so this is gonna have to be it for the night for me. let's go and see Green Ghost and see about Toddler Tuesday. Thank you very much, guys. What the fuck?
No, I want my bike.
Alright, you show me. You say hi to Cat?
Wait, I need to take the cat.
Welcome back, Cat.
It has to be with a little
Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Here we go.
Poodle.
Oh! Boom. Superhero landing. That is so good. Say hi, Cat. It's here.
Did it?
Hey.
What daddy?
What? Ooh.
That's cool.
This is Arachno.
What a rat.
Say hi, Cat.
What a rat. No.
He's a spider.
No. Oh. I'll do that then. Look. Am I down here then?
Hey, hi to Cat.
Is this where I was?
That was all the way up to
This one?
my internet crapped out on you again. I don't know. Yep, that's it. Go with that one. I'm sorry to hear that, Cat. That was a short stream for you. Say hi to Cat.
Hi, cat.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for